And we are live on the United Public Radio Network, UPRN 107.7 FM New Orleans, and 105.3 FM on the Gulf Coast. How cool is that? And we are also being live streamed wherever podcasts live. So we're not hard to find, including my YouTube channel. So go there and subscribe. To all those above me that watch over me, to all of you, my fave parapeeps, fellow experiencers, and brothers and sisters in Christ, welcome. This is Father Shawn's Paranormal Ministry. I'm your host, Father Shawn Whittington. I'm an ordained Catholic priest with the United States Old Catholic Church. I'm a fully professed brother and abbot for the Old Catholic Benedictines of Immaculate Mary, team member with Society of St. Benedict, and co-founder GhostBegone.biz. And yeah, I'm that guy on Eli Roth Presents The Legion of Exorcists, which premiered on Travel Channel and is still currently streaming on HBO Max, Amazon Prime Video, Discovery Plus. So if you haven't caught it, you can still catch it. What else I want to tell you guys? If there's anything you want to know about my wife and I and our ministry work, go to our website, www.ghost-b-gone.biz. And if you go there to visit, there's a lot of cool things to see. Both my books are there. Buy a book. You can get them at Amazon, a little less expensive. If you buy them off the website, I autograph them, and they come to you in a beautiful house blessing kit. You never know when one of those are going to come in handy. And part of the proceeds of every sale of every copy of my books off of the website goes to support St. Jude and the ASPCA. So how cool is that? There's a place where you can enroll in my online course, Introduction to Spiritual Warfare. And there's also a place where you can make an appointment to speak with me about your spiritual issues. But most importantly, brothers and sisters, remember, my wife and I don't charge for our ministry work, helping people with their paranormal issues. So if you're there visiting the website, you notice the donate button and you're able to do so, click on it and send my ministry in a small donation. I promise you it'll be appreciated from the bottom of our hearts. And trust me, we'll put it to good use. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We have a great show today, but you all knew that already. That's why you tuned in. And it's a little thing we call Happy Medium Monthly. And it happens the last Friday of every month. And so this is the day, if you've ever wanted a free live on-air psychic reading through one of, I can count the truly gifted psychic mediums that I know on one hand. This guest today is one of them. All you got to do is be watching the show at one of the live streams where you have access to the chat room. Type your question in for our guest. She'll read it. She'll give you your quickie reading live on air here. This is the day you want to do it. Every time we do this show, the whole week afterwards, I still get messages from people. I wanted to get a reading so bad, and I just sat there, and I just couldn't think of anything to ask. It's all love here. It's all family here. Ask us anything. There's no topic off the table. Put her feet to the fire. Rake her over the coals. Give her a hard time. Ask her anything. So before I bring her out, I'm going to bring out my awesome permanent co-host. I've known her forever. I love her and respect her. She's super cool. A lifelong paranormal experiencer in her own right. Please welcome to the show the owner of Stellium Books, my publisher, Annette Munich.
Hello, Father Shawn. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm really looking forward to our show today with Susan. We always have a lot of fun. And I'm glad for anybody who joins us. And she does a really beautiful job with the readings. So, again, I'll remind people I do put it on my page, but you can send us questions in advance and we will try to get them in. Some weeks we have a lot of questions. Other weeks it's easier, because I understand not everybody can be with us live. So having said that, very happy to be here.
Absolutely. I know that next Friday is our 10-year anniversary with the show, and it's all first Fridays with Father Shawn and Annette, so it'll just be you and I. But we've got some things planned and possibly a special big announcement from you.
We do have a special big announcement, and It's a really. What's funny?
No, you know, I try to. I don't already know, but
Don't
I
get me going. You know how I
do
get.
know. So
Yeah, very big show. 10 years for you. That's really cool. I have only been with you for a year and a half doing the show as a co-host, but he's been
feels like
doing
just yesterday you jumped in here.
right, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, why am I still doing this? I still don't have a clue what I'm doing. I still don't have a clue why people tune in to the show. So having said that, are you ready to bring on our very special guest
I
that
am
we
so
only
very ready, but I also agree. I have a lot of times when I'm like, why do I do what I do? Who am I? Where am I going? I don't know. The
well I
show's a
have
great thing. A lot of people really enjoy it, and they have an opportunity to get some really good information if they need it. And the guests are fabulous, and you're fabulous, and you have a great personality. You have the perfect personality to do something like this.
thank you. And so do you.
Well, thank you so much.
Alrighty, we're going to bring in the person who travels with her own ghost posse. I've also known her forever, and I love her and respect her. Like I wasn't kidding when I said all the years I've been doing this, and I investigated with a paranormal, with a psychic medium for many years with my team when I had it. I believe they're invaluable. A truly gifted psychic medium is invaluable to paranormal investigating. So I can count them on one hand, the truly gifted ones. She has a hotline to the other side, to heaven. She's a 5-time death survivor. That can be a show in its own one day. But brothers and sisters, live from Cape Cod, Cape Cod's only live on air psychic radio personality. Please welcome to the show the one and only Susan Ahearn.
Hi, Susan. Welcome.
Hi
Glad
guys.
you're here.
Yeah, thank you. I love this day that we get to spend together because I miss you guys all month, and then I'm like,
Um,
oh my god, it's a month already. So
right. It's a month
this
already. It's
right,
crazy because he said that last week. He said, guess who's next week? And I go, who? And he's like, Susan. I'm like, it's already the end of the month. Oh my God.
right. I come with all the bills.
Right.
Susan,
Right.
You do. You do. You come with all the bills.
all the bills. Boop boop boop.
Well, listen, what do I want to tell you, Susan? Like
Okay.
everybody, hopefully everybody knows the rules. If you're watching on one of the live streams and you see us, you have access to the chat room. If you want a reading from Susan, just type the question in. Preferably put your name with it and type the question in and put it in the chat. Susan or Annette will read the question. You'll get your reading. Just about love, money, employment, travel, health, things of that nature. We're not really doing any conjuring of spirits today. That's a completely different type of energy, and it would be a completely different type of show, and that takes a lot longer to do. So they're just quick readings today. So this is the day. If you've ever wanted a reading um, from Susan, this is your day. Having said that, we have 2 birthdays to celebrate. One, my wife's birthday is today. Happy birthday,
Aw,
Sharon.
happy birthday,
Yay.
Sharon. God bless you.
I tried so hard. She hasn't taken a vacation in over 20 years, and she hasn't even taken any days off. She reminded me the other day, yeah, I did take some vacation. I forget what year it was. She mentioned and said, yeah, so I took a lot of vacation during that time. And then she kind of, it was like a gut punch when she said, because I had cancer. I'm like, oh, that's right. Yeah, I mean, there was some. That's not the way you want to take a vacation, but she did take
No.
some vacation time. But I tried to get her to take today off. She wouldn't do it. She's at work, but she always watches the show, the replay of the show on our YouTube channel when she gets home from work on Friday. So she'll get to see the show. But I asked her, Susan, if she wanted to ask you a question, and she always just smiles and says, "Tell her if she has anything she wants to tell me, fine."
Okay.
So you can give her a reading if you'd like
I
to
love
kick
that.
things off. But we also have another birthday, I believe. if memory serves me correctly, and you also told me this, but um, next Wednesday, the 1st, I believe, it's Susan's birthday.
It is.
Happy birthday, Susan.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. God bless you. I
I
have
love
You're
another
like-
birthday. I have
like our
another birthday.
neighbors. What do you got? Another birthday?
My great grandson is going to be born on Sunday.
Oh
Whoa.
wow!
He's going to be
Whoa.
right between Sharon and Susan. They're inducing on Sunday.
Whoa.
Wow. See,
Isn't that
good
cool?
Libra energy. I love
I love
Libras.
it.
Yeah.
I love it. My
Well,
best friend my whole life was Libra.
mm-hmm.
Well, she still is. I shouldn't say
Well.
was. That's not nice, is it?
Do you know something we don't?
No, I just talked to her last night and she is doing fine. I got a couple of questions to start off with after
All
you. Are you going to do some cards for Sharon first?
Well, let's take what we've got, and then we'll save
Okay.
Sharon to fill in the gaps.
Okay, we'll start with Michelle. Susan, can my kinetic energy play a part in the energy that's in my haunted apartment? Oh, great question.
Very good.
Love that question.
Yeah. Definitely, Michelle, and it's so good to see you back again. I love seeing your smiling face picture.
I love her hair too. She's got
right?
great hair.
Right. Yeah, the energy, especially now, if you're getting things, if things are starting to amp up, don't really look at it as yourself, like, oh, what am I doing to create this or cause this? But more or less, there's no more veil. The veil's gone. It's a free for all out there as far as energy is concerned. And it's just going to look for it. Well, it's going to find the light as a challenge. So Michelle, you come with this beautiful energy. And so it's going to want to dull that. So anything can kick up with that. And then it's going to feed off of any disruption that is around you. So at work or and this goes to anyone, if they're having issues at home or within the relationship, or whether it be illness or dysfunction of any sort, mental illness or addiction, that's going to really feed that stuff. So if you were thinking I possibly have a haunted house and now you really have a haunted house, yeah, it's what's happening. It really is. It's just supercharged right now. So
It's funny you mentioned that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you mentioned
No, that's
addictions
fine.
real quick. It's interesting. I know why you mentioned it, but it's interesting. I've been getting recently just inundated with people needing help with a wide variety of different types of addictions, and it's not just drugs.
Oh, it's
So if
right.
anybody
Any
out there
addiction.
wants to reach out to me, send me a text message or an email or a private message here on Facebook, you can. And I've got a wonderful, wonderful, powerful prayer to help with addictions if you're interested in. And now I'm sorry, you
Oh,
go
that's
back to
very
what you're
good.
doing.
No, that's good. And remember, like anything is, I mean, even social media, you can be addicted to social media. We're seeing a lot of people, uh, falling prey into that. And it's like a setup. So I do want to just add before I answer this next question is that if you're having experiences, the negative energy wants you to feed into that. They want you to fall into it. They want you to get aggressive. They want you to get upset. They want you to feel depressed. They want to have the upper hand. And the best way to do that is bring joy, bring light into your life, put on good music. Like I laugh, but like we were talking about this, today, is play John Denver. I mean, you can't go wrong with. He's just love and light, and it's easy, and it's pick a song that makes you happy, and have that as your backup song. So when you feel like, oh, is this my energy or something happening, you're bringing light automatically into your space, and you're keeping it happy. And because that's the key. It's easy to get pissed off or upset at really quickly, really fiery, and then just turn it around, because we're going to be tested. and you could be up, 10, 20 times a day. You just have to you may play John Denver all day and be sick of him by the end of the day, but if that's what works for you, and it may be a walk in the woods, although you can't stay in the woods, so you've got to have some things set up and be prepared. So, okay. You want to read them for me?
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed, but I just want to know what happened to my dad's will. He had one, but he could never find it. This is from Golden Cougar Wolf.
Okay. So he had a will, but it wasn't recorded. Yeah. Those never go well in the eyes of the law. If it's not recorded, I mean, I'm in Massachusetts, so it's important. If it's not sitting in an attorney's office at the moment, it needs to be recorded. And if it's not recorded, it really is kind of anybody could write it, anybody could do it. If it's not even notarized, it's kind of moot, like it's nothing. And I'm sorry about that. So if you can just let me know what your dad's name is. If you don't want to, you can do private message me, and I can throw out that question and see if I can narrow that down. But I'm sorry for that, because that's puts strain on the family. So, all right. And if I could just have his name and your location, or his where he was located,
Okay,
that would be helpful.
He's saying his name is Fred.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's going to be still too vague for me. But all right, we'll try and see what we can get. I'm just gonna sit with that and ask my guys to connect with that, and if there's anything with
adding
Fred.
Michigan as the state, Michigan.
Okay, that's perfect. That works. That's helpful. We're gonna narrow it down to Fred in Michigan, and they're looking for the will or any other information regarding the will so that the family can find closure. Thank you. Okay. And that's all I do. And that's all you need to do. I mean, I don't have any, tricks up my sleeve. I just ask. And you just ask and see what happens. You get quiet, and you not necessarily ask Fred, but you just ask Fred's team, or you ask your own team of guides that if they could get you these, possibly get me the answers. This would be helpful resolving, issues. And if it's meant to be, it'll come. We have all the answers that we need. We have them within ourselves. And we don't tap into it because we always look outside for external information. We look for people to kind of bring that information to us, when if we just sat quietly, we could probably find it. So, and it doesn't happen. Like, it doesn't always happen and go poof. It's usually what happens when I have a client. I will channel their guides. I know they're coming, so I get time to pull their guides in, ask for helpful information, ask if there's any relatives there around that would like to come and show up for this client. And so it's a process. I wish I could pull information out of the sky. Sometimes I can. Sometimes it just and it floods in. Other times it's not that easy.
Her question reminds me a lot of my old friend Brett, who loved you, and he used to come on the show when you were on, when I was on another network, and he would ask about his buddy's missing money. He had a business partner who passed away and hid some money, and Brett couldn't find it, and so he would come on and ask you about that, and then Brett passed away. And then he came and visited you a couple of times in spirit during a couple of shows, but we were never able to find out if he ever found. He's got to know where the money is now.
Well, he knows now. Brett, tell us where the money is. Yeah.
When you're channeling these guides, do you ever get a cantankerous guide that says, "Oh, you're quite nosy. None of your business"?
I get guides that are they present with personality, and there's some that are just absolutely comical, and they're so funny. Some are just so gentle and loving, and then you have others that are like a headmaster or a school teacher. They're just like, you're like, oh, feel like I have to sit up straight with this guy. Yeah, so it just everybody's personality is different. They're usually very kind. Some talk in riddles, and I'm like, oh, dude, please cut me some slack here. I don't know what you're saying. Um, and then I relate back to my guide, and my guide will say, hey, this is how she takes in the information. And so my guide may be a buffer or an interpreter. So that's helpful as well.
Well, while you're
I could
waiting
share
for
something, if you don't mind.
Mhm.
Excuse me. I was talking to my daughter earlier, and it was some years ago. I saw this podcast. They were talking about Padre Pio and how he used his angels and other people's angels to communicate. So there was this priest, and he did something that Padre Pio did, which was before Mass. He said, I want my angel to tell all of the angels of the people here today that, I'm going to do confession after Mass if they want to have confession. And he usually only got a handful of people, and he had this big long line. Now, you can't really prove that that's why, but I started doing little things like that, and my granddaughters would laugh because my daughter would say, I'm going to pick up some dinner on the way home. And I would say to my granddaughters, I'm going to ask my angel to tell her angel that I would like a beef sandwich. And then she'd come in the house and be, hi, Mom, I got you a beef sandwich. And they'd just be laughing. And, all of this stuff is very unprovable, but it is fun. And I'm not harmful at all. And sometimes you could use it to try to help someone if they're open to being helped in such a way. So I thought people might like that. But you could always ask your angel to, give comfort or guidance or whatever to another angel of a person.
Yeah.
It's kind of lovely. And he did that all the time, Padre Pio. He's my favorite saint.
Yeah.
He had the stigmata.
Yep. Yeah, it was my mother's favorite.
Well, he was alive during our lifetime. And so that makes it all the more special because I think he lived to, well, I shouldn't say our lifetime, because you might not have been alive in the late 60s. I think he lived until 68 or 69. And a lot of these other saints are from the 1500s. Doesn't mean they're not good, but it's so much more relatable that he's somebody in our actual, timeline or close to it.
Yeah. So I'm getting information in. Oh, sorry, Shawn. I'm getting information in from from Fred's will. It does exist. I'm seeing it's folded up. It looks like just a folded up piece of paper. It's not in an envelope. It's not in anything. It is with other things that are enveloped. But it looks like anything. So it could have very easily have been chucked, or it feels like it still exists. Almost like in something kind of like a cardboard box with a pile of stuff, if that makes sense or that's helpful. But you're going to have to go through you're going to have to touch every single piece of paper if you're going and looking through things and unfold everything, because that's what it feels like.
wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. And there's some not dark brown, so maybe some rust brown in with it. I don't know if that's another folder or other information, or if that's where it was at one point in time. And I don't know if that's helpful, but that's all I'm seeing. And as you were talking, they kept poking me. So that's how I know that it's like, oh, okay, I need to say this. So hopefully that is helpful. And it may be another piece of paper that's not the will, but it leads up to something else. So you're going to it's going to be a kind of like where's Waldo? Or where's the will?
Golden Cougar Wolf just said See, that is what I feel, but I know his friends took stuff. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm
Interesting.
sorry. But yeah, it's going to be. Yeah. If you could figure out who wrote the will, if he had someone help draw up the will, there may be a second copy someplace. That's what it feels like as well. There feels like a second copy somewhere. And then you're going to have to try and figure that one out. So, yeah, you've got your hands full. Good luck.
Have you guys watched? You mentioned Saints, both of you. Have you guys seen any of the episodes of Martin Scorsese's Saints?
Mm-mm.
No.
No, I
Oh,
have not.
I
Is
watched
that
there's
something
about
new?
80 of them. No, they've been there for a while. You have to have Fox News streaming or Fox streaming,
No.
and it's on there. But oh my gosh, so well done. Each episode's about an hour long, but he's got 8 of them, and surprisingly enough, there were like a couple in there that I didn't even know.
Wow.
That's what made it so interesting. And
Oh,
you know,
that's cool.
Scorsese, he gets the best actors,
Yeah,
and
he's good.
the filming is and editing and all of that. Just and the stories are just so cool. So if you get a chance to see that, um, definitely worth the watch. And having said that, Stonegate
Dun,
is
dun,
just won
dun.
another award. The San Jose Independent Film Festival gave
Mhm.
it Best Narrative Feature Film.
Pretty
Excellent.
cool. Yeah, Daniel was
And you
great.
can
I mean,
watch it now. If you go to Stonegate Movie, I believe isn't it stonegatemovie.com?
just Stonegate on oh yeah, you can go to that. Yeah, you definitely can. You can go, it's got its own website. So
Right there's a big
stonegatemovie.com.
red box that says Watch Now. And you
Yep.
can click on it and you can actually watch the movie off of the website now. So that's
Yeah.
cool.
If you go onto Amazon Prime and you can order it just like you order everything else that you order, just go into movies. You can put in Stonegate, it'll pop up and it says new Stonegate.
Nice.
So, and then if you do, we definitely need your reviews because that'll help us. It's kind of like the algorithm. If people put in only positive reviews, um, it won't accept negative reviews. No. So if you put in a review, that gets us to get recycled into another tier or something. I don't really understand the whole thing. I just know that it would be very helpful. And so, yeah. Thanks.
Very, very cool. So I'm so
Yeah,
proud of you
enjoy.
two. You guys did an excellent job on that movie. And
Thank you.
I know
I
there's
am
many
in there
more
a little
projects
bit.
in the future.
Yeah, right. Daniel and I are in there. We're eating pizza. So you'll
I
have to
picked
see
you guys
us.
out right from the. I
Did
picked you guys
you?
out right. I mean, the
That is sweet.
second that scene started,
Yeah,
I know. In
that's
fact,
it.
I was watching you guys more than the lead actor who was right there, front and center, talking. I'm like trying to look around him at what you guys are doing.
Right. Still the show in the background.
Very interesting. And
So
you guys have an event coming up, isn't it?
we do.
Is it next weekend? Let me see here.
Yeah, it is next week. Oh, and I want to plug my granddaughter's. She's in that movie too. She's one of the patients, one of the not psychic. What do you call it?
Psychiatric patients.
That's the one. That's the word I was thinking.
Tight casting on that one.
Woo! Right. Yep. So
Yep,
props to
you're
her. That
going
was her
to the
first movie.
Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo, Saturday,
Yeah.
October 4th in Illinois. And
Mhm.
that's going to rock because that place, literally, Rock Island will rock. That place
Shoo-wee.
is legitimately spirit infested off the charts.
It
So,
really is. It really is. I was talking to someone that's gone there a couple times, and she was saying that the basement is overwhelming. Psychics come out of there feeling like they want to hurl. So it's a
yeah, be
lot of that's a
careful.
lot of energy. Well,
And the
what's
reason why I
interesting?
say that to you, and you already know this. I don't have to tell you, but you have been having a lot of spirit activity in your home lately. We both suspected could be two things. One, it always happens before you come on this show, but
Mhm.
before you do a big event, something is definitely letting you know they know you're coming. I feel,
Yeah.
and so you better be careful.
So today, so on my screensaver on my phone, I have this beautiful angel, and it just brings me a lot of comfort and helps me stay centered. And I opened up my phone and I looked down and it changed my screensaver. It took off my angel and this picture of scribble. I don't even, it's not even on my phone. So I don't even know how I got it. And then usually like you can see like my last screensaver was this, and you can go back to the screensaver. It deleted it completely from my phone. It took
Wow,
the
that's
angel off of my
crazy.
phone, right? And so the night before that, in the morning when I got up, the coffee maker was already on. It's the second time it's hit the button. It's not on timer. It's a really cheap coffee maker. It's people like, oh, is it set? Does it have a no, no, no. It's just hit the button off. That's it. And so second time, and I'm like, okay, I'm unplugging it just to rule out maybe it is broken. I am going to get another coffee maker, but if anybody wants to buy a haunted coffee maker, reach out to me because I have one. Ah,
That's funny.
That's
It's
interesting.
yeah, and it automatically shuts off after 2 hours. Like if you turn it on, it'll shut off by itself after 2 hours, but it's not programmed to turn on by itself. Like
A lot
this
of
is just a
people
safety
don't
thing,
really know how often the spirit world can use electronics. They
right?
just have a field day with it. It's so common.
Very
Um,
common.
really, really interesting.
Yeah, it's been quite active and nonstop. It's just been consistent. And so I'm glad that I have guests up from New Mexico staying at the house. And so they've been all week seeing all the shenanigans going on. And they're like, oh my God, this is crazy. Does this happen all the time? I'm like, yeah, kind of. You're like, meh.
Speaking
So,
of New Mexico,
oh,
um,
I live in, go ahead.
Dorig73. Hi, I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And is there a place there that has the most positive or most negative energy that you can feel?
Oh, so in New Mexico, I don't know anything. You know what? I've never been to New Mexico. I've only driven through. That doesn't really count. How about,
I don't have any information in front of me, but not too long
hmm,
ago, a woman from New Mexico reached out to me and requested that I come to I believe it's on an Indian reservation that
uh,
has that access to the public to go on, and there's
mhm,
a church there, and
mhm.
this is like one of the oldest churches in the whole state. But when you walk into this church, there's no floor. The floor is dirt, but all the ground is supposed to be hallowed and blessed, and you can take handfuls of the dirt and put it in these special jars that they give to you when you go to this church, and you can bring some of this
Oh,
blessed soil home with you. And I don't have
oh,
that. I mean, it's in my computer somewhere. I can look it up.
somewhere.
But
Oh,
the
that's cool.
church, it's just like walking back in time. This old adobe
Ooh,
um, church structure that's still
mhm.
standing, and they allow you to go in there. And the story behind why it was built on that land is phenomenal. And what I'll do is maybe I'll make a note of that before the show ends today, and I'll bring it up as a topic on one of our next shows. But
Yep. You'll
um,
have to listen back, Dorig, and we'll get you a whole itinerary of things to go see while you're in New Mexico. Um, yeah, how about well, I think that they're pretty known for their UFO stuff, right? New Mexico? Isn't that a
yeah,
hotbed?
yeah,
Yeah,
I believe so.
yeah.
I believe so.
That I don't know either, but all right, now we got a good topic. Thank you for that.
And that was interesting because you just said New Mexico, and then there's a
Do, do,
question
do,
about New
do.
Mexico.
That's pretty creepy, right? I love that
And
stuff.
Heidi's here, so I want to say a funny story about. I was at a podcast the other night, Michelle's show, and um, they probably think I'm crazy, but that's okay. Um, she was talking about manifesting,
Mhm.
and they were talking about words, and I thought, okay, so I'm gonna think of a word in my head while I'm listening, and I'm going to pick a word, and I'm going to see if they say that word. I picked the word chicken. That show had nothing to do with chickens. It was all paranormal. They said chicken 4 times. I'm like rolling, and then I'm thinking, am I manifesting the word chicken, or did I psychically pick up the word chicken? But you could watch many, many, many paranormal shows and not hear the word chicken. So I challenge everyone, if you want to watch a show like our show, perhaps every Friday, 5 p.m. EST, UPRN, and think of a word, something, don't pick they or them or the or about, or something like amoeba or something too weird, but a standard word, and play word bingo and see if you're good at manifesting or picking up on what's going on around you, because they said chicken 4 times. That's crazy.
That is crazy, and that's fun.
Ghosts or UFOs or anything. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to practice. We need to practice. We need to be able to hear better, so you don't, you've got that information at a drop of a hat. I totally agree with that, and it's fun. Why not manifest fun stuff? Right? We manifest enough negative. Like it can go to the positive or the negative. You have to decide. It's total choice. If you're in suffering, lack, and limitation, then you're creating that. And then I would say, how am I creating it? Really sit down and figure out why nothing wonderful is coming your way, because it needs to be. It's here. It's abundant, and it's a choice.
Right.
So,
we have another question.
Sure.
This is from Paul Michaud.
Okay.
Forgive me if I mispronounced your name. I have a question. I travel a lot for work. What can I expect from people in the coming months?
Oh. Okay. So your homework would be to create a buffer, almost like in the morning when you're getting ready before you go to work. I'm assuming that's what you travel for work. Put that, it's almost like a bubble wrap suit. You're really going to have to put that protection around you, so that way then when people are throwing things randomly and it's going to be landing at you, I want to see it bounce off of you and just send it back, because none of it's yours. I don't want to use the word target, but you're just the wall they're going to be slinging things off of, and because their world is chaos and they're bringing their chaos to you, and you're going to have to be navigating through it. And don't try to please people, because it may not happen. There are going to be lovely people. You're going to see that. Not all the people are going to be negative, but they're just showing me that you'll get those 1 or 2 really nice people that make your day, and the rest are going to drain you. And they're saying, how do you protect yourself from being drained? And that's by realizing and knowing that it's not you, and that you've created a shield, and however you need to create that shield, that's fine. Just do what you need to do that works for you. Put your ear pods on if you can, listen to John Denver and have at it. Just pick a song, pick a thing. If it's just listening to waves, however you can in between dealing with those people, because they're saying you need to find a way to reset your button. And they're showing me that you need to reset in between the negative, because if you don't reset, it's going to build. And there's like every time something happens, it's just going to build. And I don't want to see that for you. They don't want to see that for you. So they're saying, here, this is what you need to do. Reset. And, or use they're even saying like there's a word or a sentence that you can use to kind of neutralize the people that you have to deal with, because I see you talking to people, and if you neutralize that, it kind of lets them, it's politically correct, because you're saying it at work, so it's just something you can say that helps them
it's
stop and think.
It's Goose Fraba. I saw that movie, Anger Management, Goose Fraba. Did you ever see that movie? Oh my God, Jack Nicholson and Adam Sandler. That might be the funniest movie I ever saw. Anyway, So Jack
Okay.
Nicholson is his anger management coach, and he says, "You say goose fraba." So he's walking through the movie saying that. I threw that in.
There
I
you
thought
go.
you'd know the
And that's
movie. I thought you'd get it.
very
You
good.
don't get it, but okay. I have another question for you.
Nope. Perfect.
Anyway,
was
I highly recommend anger management.
very
Jack
funny
Movie.
movie.
All right.
Nicholson.
That may have some helpful hints. There you go. Good luck, Paul.
Heidi says, Susan, may I ask you if you have any thoughts, feels, or anything you can pick up on the fairly large Egyptian cats I see and recently my granddaughter has seen. Ooh, that's
Hmm.
interesting.
That is very
Are these
interesting.
real cats or ghost cats or dream cats?
Right. That would be the question. And I'd say it doesn't really matter. The cats are it feels really ET. It feels otherworldly. It feels off-worlders coming through, making their connection. So it could be a past lifetime where they had very strong. Okay, yeah. So it's just this is your off-world family making that connection. They're coming. They're going to be here. They're making their presence known. Our government is making the presence known that it's them or not. It's not, it's the government making all of these things and the government's drones and the government's, flying objects. And it's most likely off-worlders, ET, other, whatever you're comfortable with. Yeah, just sit, take all that information in. They're giving you information. So that's so much fun. Take that as a VIP insider tips. That's who we need to be connecting with is that. And, our guides are coming through really strongly. You're getting information from our off-worlder family. And, yeah, so run with that. That's cool. And let us know if you get any good information.
I've got Sharon
Yeah,
trained
we
now.
got
Every
one more.
morning I take her out to work to say goodbye to her car and carry her stuff out for her. She's always looking up at the sky because I want to say almost every single morning we see something that we can't explain in the skies
Mhm.
just above our home, and we're down in the valley of Las Vegas, so it's not like we're on the outskirts. But interesting, yeah, I get that feeling too. Something big's coming in, and you had mentioned to me seeing the film clip that was I guess there was some hearing,
Yes.
government hearing, and they had a film clip of that real fast moving UFO, and they fired on it. That's so uncool, and the missile hit it, and then the thing turned into three more UFOs and kept flying. I'm like, wow, why would
So
you
cool.
even want to fire on?
Right.
We're-
Right.
Yep.
Sheer stupidity, but whatever. Um, it's just once again, it's just letting us know that. Okay, so first, they're not here to harm us, or we wouldn't even be having this conversation, right?
right.
They have the technology, the ability, and Lord knows we've given them plenty of excuses why you would want to blow us up. We're trying to blow ourselves up. So, yeah. So they're whatever we have is, and they gave us that information anyways, because we're not that smart. Just let's call it what it is, right? So we're not that smart. They got this technology and information. They shared some with us, and we ran with it. But we're not that big. Let's we're like an adolescent male who really thinks he's tough, but he's not yet, and he's still gangly and hasn't even grown into himself yet. This is kind of what we are compared to them, and they're like, "Oh, please sit down. You're embarrassing yourself by shooting at us," and yeah, now you look silly, and so we do. We just look silly. So we totally need to. They're coming, and we violated contracts that we should have. There were agreements, and we did not hold up our end of the bargain, of course. Like, does that surprise anybody? No. And They just want disclosure. They want to say, hey, you need to let your people know we're coming and that we're going to be here. And we didn't. And so now they're like, okay, time's up. We're coming. So you can do it or we're going to do it. And they're doing it. And good for them, make them hold up their end of the bargain because they're coming, and don't be afraid. I mean, there's some you need to be afraid of, but or aware of, but not afraid. I don't know. It is one of those things. So
It
be
kind of
prepared.
doesn't matter if you like it or you don't, or you're afraid or you're not afraid. They're
Right.
there, and they're way beyond us, and we can't stop it. And
No.
whatever they're going to tell us is what they're going to tell us, and whatever they're never going to tell us is what they're never going to tell us.
Exactly. So that's why I say go with your intuition, hold that intuition, learn what that is. So when you're seeing these signs and symbols that are coming to you, be comfortable with that. Okay, this is my sign. This is my symbol. So when I see that, this means that's like tapping into old Egypt when there were off-worlders coming then. So they've been around forever. It's all good. It's all good. Just be comfortable with it. We're always afraid of something new, no matter what it is. So read up on it. Figure out what works for you. Or read up about what makes sense to you. Follow people that you like. And use your intuition so that you know when something is not right or it's BS. You'll be like, oh, that doesn't sit right with me, right? Use discernment.
Are you ready for another question?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I hit the mic.
This is from Dorg73. What does it mean if I can no longer see the orb that I would see pretty regularly? I think it was a family member that would let me know they were present, but now they're gone.
So what's happening is the spirit realm is changing, and it's kind of outdated. It doesn't really work for us anymore. I know this sounds kind of weird. This is going to be the quick version. They've created a more updated spiritual realm, and it's called distillation. And what I'm seeing is that people are going over to distillation that have passed. So if you used to see them and it felt like someone you knew, that's exactly who it was. It was comforting. That could be exactly what it was. And they've just gone from the outdated spiritual realm to this new spiritual realm that works much more efficiently and doesn't have, it's just more updated. Everything gets
Like
updated, knitted to.
Spirit World 2.0.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. That's the best way to explain it, is just that it just works more efficiently.
Well, I like how you said earlier in the podcast, and you said it like it was just nothing. Well, there is no real veil anymore. And then you just keep talking. It's like, wait, hold up. What do you mean there's no veil anymore? Well, there's no veil anymore.
Yeah, there's no veil. It just like disappeared. They're running around naked now. Everything's like gone. It's like, it's a lot has changed. But this new distillation that they're calling it, and why they call it distillation, possibly it's because you get distilled. We're not moving on to this new place with all the same baggage that we keep going around and around and around with, that isn't helpful. If it was working, then there wouldn't be so much hatred and racism and just all this craziness. That would be all gone by now. It would be pure acceptance of and understanding, and it just, it wouldn't be there anymore, because we would then get to the other side and go, oh, well, that was silly of me. Like, why was I doing that? Because you get to see clearly. And so when it's all distilled and we've left that behind, and it's not necessary anymore. Some of that wasn't getting cleansed. And so we were coming back with it and keep coming back with it. And it's just creating havoc. So what's happening is that some people were going directly to distillation. And this happened not so we've been in it almost a year and a half into this new distillation situation. And so it feels like the old spirit realm has been cleaned out. It's harder for me to do table tipping because it's not, those people aren't there anymore. And I'm not really quite sure exactly how to make the connection through tables changing as well. That my connection with table, which is weird. I don't know why. I'm just rolling with it. But I'm channeling more ET beings and less spirit people or people that have passed.
What does ETB mean?
ET, otherworldly, extraterrestrial beings.
ET beings. I thought you were saying
yeah, sorry.
ETB. Okay.
ET, no, could have cut out. Yeah, ET beings. I'm channeling more of them now these days. They're coming to table a lot more than they were before. And several different races, several different kinds.
Well, that's something that I've always said too, because we're so tabletop thinking that we say ET's like they're all the same thing.
Right.
We like to do that, oversimplify everything.
Labels.
Instead of the nuance that we have no idea. There could be many, many kinds and many reasons, and we don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Who's Fraba? That's all I know.
Exactly.
Well, in a few minutes we have left, I think we have one more from Mish.
What?
Okay. Right. Let's see.
Good day, Susan. Any messages from my parents, please? Mish.
Okay. I do not.
How did I miss that? I'm gonna find.
You're too busy talking.
I don't even see it. I still don't see it.
I do. I have.
I'm docking your pay.
Oh, well, that's gonna hurt a lot.
She already owes you as it is.
That's right.
All right. So I do want to get Sharon's reading in. So we're gonna pull 3 cards for Sharon. Her birthday.
You don't want to answer Mish?
I can't because I don't know who her parents are. What's the deal? I need more information. Okay.
Mish, if she doesn't get anything for you before the show ends, send her a private message. She's easy to find here on Facebook.
She needs the first names and where they're from, maybe, or something.
That is helpful. It is helpful. But that's, once again, it's asking me to do something in 4 minutes and it might not happen. Okay. So we can try. So now she's reaping good stuff. Good stuff is coming to Sharon. Once again, it's the now card. It's her working and she overworks her body. It's the tired. She needs to rest. She needs to have vacation. And, and the only vacation she had was when you were filming the Legion of Exorcists. That's when you left. That was probably good vacation.
On 2 different occasions. I went there for 1 week, came home, and a few months later went back for another week. She did have, she visited with her daughters, and she went out and did something with a friend, and of course me not being here in the house, and her, being able to, get into the office whenever she needs to, or the bathroom whenever she needs to, or just being able to read without me bugging her. So yeah, just me not being here was a vacation. So,
right.
So I missed a message from Carl. Back when we were talking about UFOs, he said the Sabe peoples, Bigfoot, call them star people. Talking about the UFOs again. Sorry to jump in.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's such a good conversation too to have. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be hanging out with some Bigfoot people over at Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric. So I'll come back with a lot of good information. If you're out in that area, really, please stop by. It's amazing. The lineup is just so amazing to all the people that are going to be at this expo. It's just going to be great. So, okay, back to Sharon. She needs to connect with some people in her family that I feel like she's been disconnected from or I doesn't get to see, but she can at least talk to them. I feel like that's important. That's something that's coming up. And something's going to be changing. She's going to be cutting away things that are not necessary anymore. So I like that because the sun's shining down on her and she's getting some good stuff coming her way. But I'll talk to her on the flip side on
Cool.
Facebook. I'll reach out to her.
Please do. She loves
Mhm.
that. Please do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it looks like I'm going to have to kick you out of here. Mish,
Ugh.
don't forget to reach out to Susan after the show. Send her a message on Facebook, private message,
Or next time, just
find.
a little more info.
Yeah.
Just a little more info is good. All right.
Well, I love you. Happy birthday. Have a great weekend,
Thank
a great
you.
birthday, a great event with Daniel at the Rock House. What is it again?
Rock
Rock
Island.
Island.
Rock Island
Esoteric
Roadhouse. Ooh.
Expo. Yep. Look at it. Don't forget StoneGate on Amazon Prime.
Very,
And I'll
very
see you
cool.
guys later. I'll see you. Oh, next month, Halloween.
That's right. You will be
that'll
here
be
next
fun.
month. Halloween night, the 31st, Friday the 31st. You'll be here.
I will be here.
We will
Too
have
much fun.
spooky stuff going on.
Have a
All
great
right, Susan.
birthday and have a great time at the conference. It was great
Thank
seeing you
you.
today, Susan.
Thank
I'll
you,
see
guys.
you later.
Love it.
Yes.
Susan Ahearn, the Happy Medium, live from Cape Cod. She'll be here 1 month from today, Friday, October 31st, Halloween night. We have a lot of spooky stuff planned. All right, Annette, thank you so much for all of your hard work today. I couldn't do it without you. You too have a wonderful, wonderful remainder to your Friday evening and your weekend. And you and I will be here next first Friday, October
For
3rd.
your birthday show. It's a
10
birthday
year
show.
10-year anniversary for the show, and you and I have a big announcement we're going to make. So I will see you then.
Thank you so much. I had a great time. Thanks everybody for listening. Have a great night and a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Good night. Stellium Books, Annette Munich. Reach out to her if you need to publish a book or you've don't know where to get started, but you're thinking about doing it. Reach out to her. That's what she does. All right, brothers and sisters, thank you all for tuning in. I don't have a show without you guys, and I mean that from the heart. Thank you to United Public Radio Network for carrying my show. God bless Joe Montaldo and Michelle DeRoche for making that happen. Remember, brothers and sisters, we may have done what the devil said we did, but we are not who the devil says we are. Stay tuned for Spirit Switchboard with Carrie Lynn Shellhorn. We're just getting started here on High Strangeness Fridays on UPRN. All right, brothers and sisters. Good night, Danny. Good night, Harold. Good night, Jack. Good night, Dog. Good night, Ernie. Rest in peace. Good night, Bill. Good night, Dan. I love you all. God bless you all. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Peace.